So it was April 2009, and I will never forget that day because I'd never heard of the TV show, but I just, I took a chance. You know, I was in a yes phase. I said yes to everything. Do you want to come to Schlag den Rap? I said yes. And so I'll never forget that day. There was Silbermond playing a song. There was Lady Gaga performing Poker Face, and there was me, Milo from Belgium. And so this was exactly how I felt. I was like, and so, I noticed something. You have to know, at that time, Lady Gaga wasn't the superstar that she is right now, because she was just, Poker Face was really blowing up. It was an oorworm, and so. But there was something that day and that evening that I noticed, which, sort of told me this is something else. This is a different kind of category. And so, because basically, there were so many people surrounding her, you have to know, for me, I just had my tour manager with me, and I was playing playing AO Technology solo on my guitar, and then basically 99% of the rest of the hotel was all for Lady Gaga people, because she has assistants, she has managers, she has hairdressers, she has makeup artists, she has makeup artists for the assistants, and she has hairdressers for the makeup artists, for the assistants of the assistants. And so, in the next few weeks, Lady Gaga really became this, huge celebrity. And funny enough, a few weeks later, I think maybe 2 months later, I was invited to do my first TV show in Paris, in France. And again, it was, a local artist, and then there was Lady Gaga performing Poker Face, and there was me, Milo from Belgium again. So, basically I felt like, our careers are developing simultaneously, We can sort of blow up together, and then eventually celebrate Christmas together. Of course, it doesn't really work like this. So basically that night in Paris, everyone was like looking at Lady Gaga performing Poker Face on piano, and she was doing all these crazy acrobatic moves on the piano, like standing on top of it, and everyone was like enjoying it very much, and like with wide open mouth staring at her, except for one person, me. I was confused, because I'm like standing there, on the side, watching her and seeing that everyone is like, wow, and I'm like thinking about something else. I'm like, is she following me? Because, like I just said, like, it was really coincidence, Schlag den Rap, we are together, and then there's, this show together, and you have to know, there's many possibilities to do these shows. You can do it on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, but exactly the same day she happens to be there. So, for me, I was having a little bit of a sort of deja vu, like I felt like I was stuck in the Matrix, and basically I decide, I'm going to ask her, if she was following me. I thought that was sort of the best way of getting an answer. So the good thing is, at Schlag den Rap, the backstage is really big. You can get lost in the halls, So I didn't really even find Lady Gaga's dressing room. Not that I was looking for it. I was just the theoretical thing. So, but in Paris, it's, like you've probably been to Paris, or you saw, basically everything is a lot smaller, so the streets are smaller, and so the backstage is always very small. So basically, my backstage was 5 steps from Lady Gaga's backstage. So basically, I take one step, and I'm like thinking like, what should I say? I take the second step, and I'm like, should I call her Gaga or Lady? And then the third step, and basically the problem was I was so caught up in like trying to find the right way of starting this awkward conversation that I looked up, and basically I didn't really expect it, but there was like 2 gorillas, like bodybuilders, guarding her room. So I'm like, fuck. Because I had forgotten mine, My 2 bodyguards, I don't know, they were verschwunden. And so, basically, I never really got to open the door, because they have magic eyes. They look at you, and they don't have to say anything, but their eyes say everything. You know what they say? The eyes say, keep walking, motherfucker. And so basically, I'm never scared, but I kept walking, I'm like... was, this was not something I was very proud of. I was embarrassed the weeks following, but I slowly recovered, and I forgot about the entire story. But 3 weeks ago, I was touring with Priscilla Ahn, who you saw tonight. We were doing some concerts together in the US. I was opening for her, and we were playing in Washington, D.C., we were playing in Philadelphia, we were playing in all these nice cities. And the last concert of the week that I did with her was in New York, in Brooklyn. And I was like having a good time. I was playing music, I was traveling, I was just basically not thinking about my paranoid imagination. And so until someone says, like, in the room, "Hey, Lady Gaga's playing here tonight." And I'm like, what the fuck? And so basically she wasn't even playing a real concert. She was just having a surprise performance at Sting from the Police, his 60th birthday. And she was like, coincidence, but of course, you and we all know why she was there that night, of course. So basically, this girl is following me, and I tried to write a song about it, because it has to stop. I ain't scared of hungry lions, I ain't scared of boarding planes, I ain't scared of drunken fist fights, I ain't scared of hurricanes, I ain't scared of North Korea, I ain't scared of bears and bees, I ain't scared of turning 30, I ain't scared of the police. I ain't scared of religion, I ain't scared of UFOs, I ain't scared to take a bullet, I ain't scared of your ghost, I ain't scared of television, I ain't scared of being poor, I ain't scared of trembling earthquakes, I ain't scared that I'll be more. I ain't scared of Lady Gaga, I ain't scared that I'll be more. I ain't scared of meningitis, I ain't scared of getting high, I ain't scared of giant spiders, I ain't scared that I might die, I ain't scared of isolation, I ain't scared of being told, I ain't scared of drowning earthquakes, I ain't scared of none today. I ain't scared of politicians and their blind, pathetic ways. They should really shut the fuck up. We need a government these days.